Hello there and welcome back. This is Kitty Howard from kittyhoward.com. I'm a grief worker and bereavement specialist, and right now we're in the middle of this series, The Myths of Grief. I'm trying to shine some light on what they are and provide new insights and new ways to connect with people that are helpful and not just intellectually based. Anyway, blah, blah, blah. The next one on our series here is myth number 4, which is give it time. Many people believe that if we wait long enough, the universe will just fix everything, and that simply isn't true. Over the years and conversations that I have had with many people, I am still I guess I'm not surprised anymore now that there's been so many of these discussions, but I was at the beginning very shocked to have conversations with people whose spouse died 15 years ago, whose child died 23 years ago, and other stories like that, who are still and remain in the depths, the darkest depths and throes of grief. It amazes me. I think, and it comes down to these myths and information, and maybe this one in particular, right? Just give it time. You'll be fine if you wait long enough. And enough, let enough minutes, months, and years roll by, and it'll all be okay. You'll feel better. And it's not true. It's not true for everyone. It's important to comprehend that by just sitting and waiting, things don't progress, things don't magically happen. Once in a blue moon, somebody wins the lottery. It's not been me yet. Suppose it helps if I buy the ticket, right? That's one of those sayings, God helps those who help themselves. You can't win the lottery unless you buy the ticket. You can't recover or adjust or change your attitudes and ideals and emotions within grief if we don't apply action to that emotion, to the experience. We must apply action. If we just sit in the chair and discover that our only happy moments are when we're thinking back, then we're not living here and now. We're not living in the presence. We're not really living if all we can do is look at the replay videos of our life for those glimmers of things that happened before, long ago, that bring us joy. But that's not joy in our life now. And if we're still living, then we have a right, and I think somewhat an obligation, to aim to be happy, to make that a goal to reach. And that's my own philosophy. When I lost my son, I know that I set down a promise to try to figure out how to live a beautiful life without him. And some people give me angry faces when I talk about that, but it's because I knew that it was the most devastating situation in my entire life. Still, 10 years later, that is still the moment, the worst of my entire life. And I knew if I just sat there and lived with it, that I would stay there. And I knew and still know that I am not honoring that relationship, the loss, or his inability to make his own future if I don't create one for myself, if I don't strive for one. Does that mean I'm immediately happy? Hell no. No. But we can apply action to change our state. We can bring more energy into our life to promote circulation and mood, right? We can change our physiology. We can read books and get some coaching and go to support groups that have the right information. I know there were places that I went to and professionals that I spoke to that were not helpful at all. And again, that's why I got into doing grief work. I was doing my own, but now it's become a vocation because I realize there's still so much misinformation around that situation, that experience, and I want to provide you as much information so that you can make different choices that are beneficial to you and beneficial in supporting others who are also experiencing a loss. So if we just sit around and give it time, time alone doesn't change anything per se, right? We collect dust, essentially. If we provide action to our feelings and action for our future, I believe that we are providing, well, certainly more and better opportunities for ourselves and our ability to feel joy again, to express positive emotions, as well as we are honoring the person that's no longer here. They don't have the opportunity to sit in the window with sunlight coming in and feel it on their skin. But I do. You do. We have the opportunity to choose to do things, to enjoy the moment that's happening here and now, to make plans for our future, and to get help in supporting you through your grief journey or your journey through grief. So time alone is not a tool that will be successful for you. We must apply action and look at what the future might hold for us. We can't just sit and wait. You know, if you get a flat tire, the air doesn't go back into the tire just because you've pulled up a stool and are waiting for it to happen, right? That's not how it works. It just isn't. So giving it time is another myth that I hope I have successfully explained to you, how it is important to put action into your grieving process, and to help support people around you in your life who may be having this experience right now. I am Kitty Howard, kittyhoward.com. You can find me also on Facebook, Kitty Howard Lifestyle. Please feel free to send me a message there or an email. Facebook's always a great way to get a hold of me. I'm not on it necessarily every day, but I'm usually picking up and responding to messages every so often. I'd be happy to get you involved in a group or on a call if you need somebody to listen. And if not, that's it. I hope you're just learning from these videos. So take care. Sending you love, courage, and radiance. We've got a couple more in this series. I hope you come back and watch them.